Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the stripping is done, I'll take my leave and go. Ahoy, meteos. Welcome to Rogue Mother Rising. It is February 22nd, 2026, 5:51 a.m. Pirate time. Today I want to talk about a couple of videos I've seen coming out about Maine in the last few days. So, the title of my video is going to be, If They Audit the Money, They Must Audit the Safety. I want to focus on one simple principle today. If the federal government will demand accountability for dollars, then they must demand accountability for safety. We've seen what happens when Medicaid money is mishandled. Inspector General reports come out, improper payments are identified, deadlines are issued, states are told to explain themselves. When $45 million is in question, the federal government doesn't say, that's the state's responsibility. They step in, they review, they demand corrective action because federal dollars come with conditions. Now let's apply that same standard. Now let's apply that same standard to safety. Under 42 CFR 441.302, states must provide assurance to CMS that the safeguards Under 42 CFR 441.302, states must provide assurances to CMS that they safeguard the health and welfare of individuals receiving home community-based services. Not paperwork, not theory, not policy binders on a shelf, safeguards, real protection. And I have since found out they are providing care for our most vulnerable citizens, the foreigners that can't hardly speak our language. And I want to show you the type of people they're hiring to provide care for our most vulnerable American citizens. This won't have any sound. This is the guy that works there. A couple of men are there doing an investigation. I'm going to link the video below in the comments and in the description. See how nice he is when somebody's come to their group home to see one of their clients. You know, I understand that they just can't let any Tom, Dick, and Harry in off the streets. But look at the welcome he got. You tell me. These are the people taking care of people that are nonverbal, that can't care for themselves, and this is the care they're getting in the United States of America. Watch. There's the two men on the porch. He's providing care for vulnerable Americans. Let's carry on. Here's the tension I keep coming back to. When I raise safety concerns, I'm told it's the state's responsibility. But when financial irregularities happen, the federal government exercises oversight authority immediately. So the question becomes, are dollars more enforceable than dignity? Is billing compliance more urgent than human safety? Medicaid is a federal-state partnership. The state operates the program, but the federal government funds it, and funding comes with conditions. How it's funded, how I understand it at this point, is the feds will put in like 60%, and then the states add in 40%. That's how I understand it works. And the condition that they get that money is that the clients are protected from abuse and neglect, they are free from coercion, they have an actual individual service plan, and health and welfare safeguards. These are not optional values. They are statutory requirements tied to federal funding. And I'm going to show you another little video of what brought HHS OIG audit finds Maine made at least $45.6 million in improper Medicaid payments for autism services. All that money they're giving to them fraudsters is money that's being taken from my son and his community, that they could be actually getting real proper care, and the federal government would be looking into their safety instead of just looking into everybody's gold coins. What's the bottom line in this country? Who are we protecting? Our dollars or our people? If CMS can demand repayment for improper billing, then CMS can demand corrective action for improper safeguarding. If CMS can threaten funding over documentation failures, then CMS can intervene when protections exist only on paper. The authority is already there. The enforcement mechanism already exists. The question is whether it's applied equally. Safety in the IDD community is not abstract. It means proper risk assessments, true informed consent, individual choice, not group convenience, protection from exploitation, and oversight that actually functions. When those things break down, the harm is not financial, it's human, and human harm should never rank below accounting errors. Fraud investigations show us something important. When systems are exposed for financial mismanagement, federal scrutiny increases. Audits happen, documentation is examined, programs are reviewed. Now imagine that same level of scrutiny applied to safety. Now imagine that same level of scrutiny applied to safety. Are outings truly individualized? Are participants protected from coercion? Are providers properly supervised? Are safeguards being monitored in real time? If that kind of review happened consistently, safety would not be reactive, it would be structural. I wouldn't be sitting here making these videos on this channel. Here's the heart of my advocacy. Health and wellness assurances under Medicaid are not symbolic promises. They are conditions of being funded. If a state certifies that it protects participants, let's start that all again. Here's the heart of my advocacy. Health and welfare assurances under Medicaid are not symbolic promises. They are conditions of funding. If a state certifies that it protects participants and evidence suggests otherwise, that's a compliance issue. Just like improper billing is a compliance issue. Safety is not separate from funding. Safety is tied to funding. We cannot accept a system where money triggers audits, but safety triggers redirect. We cannot accept a system where money triggers audits, but safety triggers redirection, where financial loss demands investigation, but human risk is labeled state responsibility. Because Medicaid law does not distinguish between fiscal integrity and participant welfare. Both are required, both are enforceable. If the federal government can say, explain your $45 million, then it can also say, explain your safeguards, explain your oversight, explain your risk assessment, and explain your protection from exploitation. This isn't about punishment, it's about consistency. If accountability exists for dollars, it must exist for dignity. If enforcement exists for billing, it must exist for welfare. Because in the IDD community, safety is not theoretical, it's daily. It's lived, it's personal. Raise the sails carefully, my friends, because the same federal authority that protects taxpayer money can protect vulnerable people. The law already provides the mechanism. The law is whether we demand it be used. And heck yeah, I'm demanding it. That's why we're sailing on this ship. We got to fix it before it gets worse. This week is monthly strip club visits for the clients and all the care providers in town to enjoy together. Next month, what is it? I mean, imagine in your mind, where does it go from strip clubs? It doesn't go anyplace good for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Thanks for coming on my ship, and I'll see you on the next sail. Ahoy, mateys, raise the mast. Woo!